What would you do if the most dangerous man in your country ran into your home, exhausted, afraid, and trusting you? Would you protect him or would you end him? This is the shocking true story of a woman who didn't carry a sword, didn't lead an army, and wasn't even a soldier. But in one quiet moment inside her tent, she changed the future of an entire nation. Her name was Jael, and what she did still shocks readers thousands of years later. Our story is found in the book of Judges. During a dark time in Israel's history, after the time of Joshua, the people of Israel had no king. Instead, God raised leaders called judges whenever the nation was in trouble. But the Israelites had a problem. They kept turning away from God, and every time they did, enemies would rise and oppress them. This time, the enemy was led by a powerful king named Jabin. His army commander, a fierce and feared warrior named Sisera. And Sisera didn't just have soldiers. He had 900 iron chariots. In that time, iron chariots were like tanks. Fast, deadly, unstoppable. For 20 long years, Israel lived in fear. But God had a plan, and surprisingly, it began with another woman. Her name was Deborah. Deborah was a prophetess and judge. People came to her for wisdom. She heard from God. One day, she called a military leader named Barak. She gave him a message from God. Go, gather 10,000 men. God will deliver Sisera into your hands. But Barak hesitated. He said, I will go, but only if you go with me. Deborah agreed, but she gave a surprising prophecy. The honor of this victory will not go to you. The Lord will deliver Sisera into the hands of a woman. No one knew what that meant yet. The battle begins. Barak gathered his army. Sisera gathered his 900 iron chariots. The battle took place near the Kishon River, and something unexpected happened. God sent heavy rain. The ground became mud. Sisera's powerful iron chariots got stuck. The mighty weapons that made him strong suddenly became useless. Barak's army attacked. Sisera's men were defeated, but Sisera himself escaped. And this is where the story becomes intensely personal. Sisera ran, alone, exhausted, afraid. He came to the tent of a woman named Jael. Jael was the wife of Deborah the Kenite. Her family was at peace with King Jabin. Sisera believed he was safe there. Jael came out to meet him. She said, Come in, my lord. Don't be afraid. He entered her tent. He asked for water. She gave him milk instead. Milk comforting, soothing, calming. She covered him with a blanket. He told her, Stand at the entrance. If anyone asks if a man is here, say no. And then he fell into a deep sleep, the moment that changed everything. Now imagine the silence inside that tent. The most feared general in the land, sleeping, helpless, trusting. Jael stood there. She had a choice. Remember Deborah's prophecy? The Lord will deliver Sisera into the hands of a woman. Jael quietly reached for a tent peg. In those days, women were responsible for setting up tents. She knew exactly how to use it. She took a hammer. She walked slowly toward Sisera. One breath, one strike, and the enemy of Israel was no more. It was sudden, it was shocking, and it was decisive. And just like that, the prophecy was fulfilled. Soon after, Barak arrived, chasing Sisera. Jael walked out to meet him. Come, she said, I will show you the man you are looking for. Inside the tent, there lay Sisera, defeated not by an army, not by a general, but by a woman with a tent peg. That day, Israel's oppression began to end. King Jabin's power was broken, and peace slowly returned to the land. Why this story is so shocking? Jael wasn't a soldier. She wasn't famous. She wasn't even an Israelite. Yet God used her. Her courage changed history. This story teaches us powerful lessons. God can use unexpected people. Courage sometimes looks quiet. Victory doesn't always come the way we expect. You don't need a title to make an impact. Jael didn't stand on a battlefield. She stood inside her home, and that was enough. Deborah and Barak sang a song of victory, and in that song, Jael is called most blessed of women. Think about that. Her name is remembered thousands of years later because she stepped up in one crucial moment. This story may shock us. It may even make us uncomfortable, but it reminds us that history can change in a single brave decision. You may not have a sword, you may not lead an army, but you have moments. Moments that require courage, moments that require faith, moments that define who you are. And like Jael, you might be closer to your defining moment than you think. If this story shocked you, if you learned something new today, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notification because there are more powerful, shocking, and faith-building Bible stories coming your way. You don't want to miss the next one. Thank you for watching.